Salam guys, I'm in Bohemia, Bohemia, Switzerland National Park, which isn't in Switzerland, it's actually in Czech Republic, German border. And behind me you can see the second largest arch in the world. The biggest one is in Utah, but this is the second largest. I'm going to be carrying on walking through this national park. One thing that's amazing about this national park is the limestone. So there's a lot of sandstone, around the national park, and that's much more visible now. There's been a fire in this location, so that's why a lot of the rock is quite exposed. But yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot of smoke coming there, but actually there's a big fire in this region and it burned through all the spruce trees, and it's allowed a lot more of natural trees to grow because spruce trees were being used for logging. Yeah, I definitely recommend it on the Czech-German border. Come check it out. You can really see the extent of the forest fire behind me, and it pans all the way to the horizon. So yeah, it was a really intense forest fire, and of course the benefit of that was sandstone being exposed, so you can see this beautiful scenery behind me, as well as allowing the natural forest to grow, so a bit more diversity in the trees and the shrubland and the plants. So not just like spruce trees springing up now like they were in the logging times, but oak trees, birch trees and more. But yeah, I'm just going to pan over now so you can see what a beautiful hike it is. It's quite reminiscent of places around the world, like potentially in Utah and places like that, with slightly different colouring because of the sandstone. It doesn't have as much iron in it, which means that the iron gives it these like kind of sandstone places a reddish colour, which this doesn't have. So yeah, that's a bit of a difference in this area. And yeah, the guy who actually did it, I think he got 1.5 years in prison, which is relatively small for arson, but because of the benefits of what happened, I think they kind of weighed that into his sentencing. So a lot of the sandstone here, it originated from the late Cretaceous, so that's kind of when it formed, when Europe was completely submerged by, not completely submerged, but mostly submerged by a sea. And yeah, these sandstones are kind of developed over time from the deposition on that seabed. And yeah, so this is kind of like from 80 million years ago, from the late Cretaceous, where successive layers have been dumped by the sea. The UK also, actually interestingly, was mostly underwater during that period, and that's why we have those really distinctive chalk cliffs at Dover and in the south coast. So yeah, slightly different, but similar in the fact that they were both underwater. And yeah, it's interesting how the geology developed differently at both situations. Over time, this is going to become eroded, so I'm not quite sure how long, but it will be a process over 1 million years, over like in the 1 million year time scale. Slowly, these various layers of sandstone that you can see, they actually erode. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what's left. But yeah, because of the nature of this place, there's some really interesting, there's some gorges further down, which I'm going to go into, do a bit of a boat ride in them. And the gorges here, they're gorgeous, so like literally, so you have like these gorges and the river and the water and the streams flowing through. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting trip. It's going to be a short trip. I'll be back soon. Assalamu alaikum guys, I hope you're doing well. So I am in Saxony, Switzerland National Park. Behind me you can see the very famous bridge that's here. And yeah, I just thought it'd be a good way to just top up with the story. I'm on the bridge, the Bastei Bridge, the famous bridge. And you can see the sandstone pillars behind me. So the Bastei Bridge was built in 1851, I believe. It's one of the first tourist bridges ever to be built. So yeah, it's a really famous bridge in Saxony, Germany. I'm going to show you a few more videos from lower down towards the sandstone pillars, and yeah, other views of the bridge.